Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am the Pink Flamingo. Now, this video is going to start off a little different. I know I usually do commentary before I get into any kind of tarot card reading, but with this video, it's a little different because the tarot reading that I'm about to give you guys was actually a reading done around February the 21st. I'd say February 22nd because I was up all night until about 3 a.m. when I decided to do a reading for YouTube. I decided to do a Porsha and Simone Guobadia reading at that hour. I kind of wanted to stay committed to giving you guys content. And so I kind of was pushing myself to get a reading done after reading for clients all day long. But I can say that video kind of didn't come out to being my best work. Unfortunately, I had a lot of and that had to do more so with the fact that I was tired and I really couldn't concentrate as much. I was pretty much here on Earth, but my brain was probably in a whole nother dimension, somewhere far off like Pluto, okay? But nonetheless, I was attempting to give you guys a tarot reading. Now, when I did that reading, I did discover that Porsha and Simon were going to have a divorce. I do know that the news was released this morning, I believe, that they are going to be getting a divorce. But while I was reading that reading, some things were revealed to me aside from the divorce. I wish I could have uploaded it a lot faster and got that content out so you guys could have been, somewhat aware of what was going to take place with this couple. But unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to upload it in time. So you're going to have to bear with me, guys. But I promise you, there is some type of information that I discovered when I was reading this couple. Now, I don't want to tell you guys too much about how the reading went because I don't want to ruin it for you. But I definitely want you guys to, take a listen to the read if you can bear with all the ums and ums and ums. But aside from that, I think it was a pretty decent read. So I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video. And I will be back towards the end to give you guys some commentary. All right? All right, guys. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am the Pink Flamingo, and we will be doing a reading on Porsha and Simone Guobadia. Is that how you say his name? Oh gosh, I always struggle with his name. But Guobadia, that's the name. Okay. So we're going to be doing a reading on those two. Everyone has, I guess, pretty much has heard, well, not everyone, but most people who follow Porsha and keep up to date with what's going on with her have pretty much heard the news of everything that's going on with her and Simon currently. There's been a lot of things that's been alleged, including Simon not having his immigration papers together, so to speak. Basically, his lifestyle being fraudulent and him not having as much money as he's claimed to have throughout the years, right? Unfortunately, Simon has led many to believe that he is a multi million dollar man, allegedly. And word on the street is that he's busy writing his own biographies and basically fabricating how much he's really worth. Okay. A lot of people are saying this lifestyle of his, of the jet setting and the jet trending and being out here in Rolls Royces and Bentleys, it's all a facade. So we're going to tap into the cards, guys, right away, just to figure out what's going on with Porsha, to see where this relationship is going. to see if these two actually have a real connection or whether or not, this is going to come to an end, right? So I'm just going to do a quick cleansing of my card, guys, just to remove any energy. Okay. But, unfortunately, how Porsha met him, you know, they say, how you get them is how you lose them, right? So the fact that she scammed her way into another woman's home, so to speak, I can't say I'm surprised that Simon scammed his way into her heart, right? Like you had no regards for Fallon and her family that was technically kind of built before you got there. And even though I'm not putting this all on Porsha, because of course Simon does hold responsibility for his own actions, but they both decided to just be horrible people to a degree, right? And go about doing this with no regards for the next woman or the family that was established, right? But it seems to me when Fallon had her interview, she did say that she misses the money aspect of it. So of course she probably misses the lifestyle, the mansions and him flying out to different places and all that, perpetrating they was doing. But I don't think she misses Simon. It seems like she had a bit of relief or freedom from not continuing this marriage with him. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to tap into my cards. I'm going to do a bit of a shuffle and I'm going to go into the true emotional deck. And I'm going to see what it is that Spirit wants to communicate with me in terms of what it is about them two as a couple, right? I want to see what Spirit wants to tell me about, what you call it, Porsha and Simone Guobadia, and how Spirit feels about these two, okay? Just gonna get my energy through here, guys. Right, I'm just gonna do my own little slicing here. All right, Spirit. We'd like some answers about Porsha and Simone Guobadia. What's this marriage like currently? Is Porsha happy? Does she feel like she was taken for a ride? Okay. Does she feel that Simon is going to somehow regain wealth? Somehow, I don't know, end up more secure than he is today? Will she stick around for the ride? Give me a little more insight onto this marriage. Is Porsha out the door? Give me the energy for Simone Guobadia and Porsha. Okay, thank you, Spirit. We'll see what we got, okay? Sorry, guys. No strings. Now, I believe that card represents the beginning of their relationship, right? Now, people are saying that, well, not people, but Porsha has come out and claimed that this marriage or this relationship, excuse me, had started when Fallon and basically Simon was kind of no more, right? That they were having their issues. But Spirit is letting me know that Porsha may have very well, as we all presumed, this relationship was very much so going on while Fallon and him were in a active marriage. Fallon has come on the record allegedly claiming that Porsha was messing with her husband way before her relationship started with what it was, like the assistant or something of that nature. And Spirit is confirming that they had this no strings attached type relationship. So as you guys can see here, they might have been meeting up for that hotel thing. It looks like very much a hotel. It's giving us the two robes. Um, so it's kind of giving us that hotel vibe. Like they may have been meeting up at the hotel, and it was a very more so of a sexual relationship. He was more so um letting her know like this might not be serious. Um but let's just have fun. And that's pretty much how it started in my opinion. I can say I agree 100% with that and what Spirit is communicating, and I can see that. Wow, guys. Debit, bad credit, unemployed. Now, this card is popping up really bright and early in this reading. Okay. So I'm getting an energy that this card kind of represents the both of them. That they both seen each other as a way out financially, right? Something gives me the energy that Porsha wasn't financially doing well when she got with Simon in this manner. And Simon, as we know now, that he's not as well off as he claims to be. So this might have been a money opportunity for him as well. He might have seen Porsha as a way to grow his brand, maybe as a way to promote his businesses, because Porsha's obviously a reality star. She's on TV. She's obviously in circles, moving around. Um, and maybe able to be in circles in rooms that he might not be able to be in, right? Let's do another card, guys. Okay, well, Spirit says right off rip they was bumping heads. Okay? So they didn't get along right away. They didn't get along right away. Um they had their issues. And what it seems like to me is I get the energy that Porsha was arguing with him about her placement in his life, because clearly from the beginning he made it known that this was going to be a no strings attached situation, and it looks like she was in a rush to change that. So usually when you guys know when stories like that usually take place, women are usually not happy in the position that they're in, right? And sometimes women are very quick to want these particular type of no string attached relationships to become serious relationships. All right, let's pull another card. Workplace affair. There you guys go. They met on set while working. There's nothing more that we can say. We don't even have to, decipher what it is that Spirit is saying. We know that this took place in the workplace, right? Most definitely. Okay. This is where Porsha met him, right? Um, and what Spirit is communicating to us is that this not only took place in private, but there's possibilities while they were filming, they probably were flirting. They probably was, doing things. They was probably doing it right in front of Fallon, right? Um, but hey, are we surprised by this? I'm not. Ugh. Married. Married, guys. Thank you, Spirit. From workplace affair to marriage, right? It's giving us all of it, a clear picture. No strings attached. We're both in this for the money. I'm going to argue with you because I don't got a spot in your life right now. We're going to continue this relationship in the workplace. We're going to, flirt when she's not looking. And, it's going to lead us to this. All right, let's pull another card, guys. Closing the cycle. Closing this cycle. Um, I want a little bit more clarity on that. So I'm going to pull a second card, guys. I believe that this represents Simon. Now that I'm getting the divine masculine card, okay? Um and it gives me a bit of like spiritual work. Um you know, as if Simon kind of dabbers into the dark art, so to speak. Um he thought that marrying Porsha would put an end to whatever it is that he's been struggling with all this time. Okay? Um which we know what the struggle is, right? It's the need to be successful and have the kind of money where he can fly out on these jets for real, right? Privately, like he's been portraying. Um and let's be honest, if Simon is not as well off allegedly as they say he is, as he is portraying to be, I mean, well, of course he is going to encounter debt, right? Debt is definitely going to come his way. Because if you can't keep up with the lifestyle of said billionaire like a Donald Trump, and you're out here telling people you're worth, I don't know what he said he's worth, guys. I'm just going to guesstimate. You know, you're telling people you're worth 500 million. You're gonna try your best to live like a $500 million man. But if you are only worth like $2-3 million while you're trying to do this, you're gonna probably more than likely run into some debt. So closing the cycle, getting into your divine masculine. He's seen Porsha as a way to flex, right? Because when you think of a masculine man and a man coming in to his masculinity, so to speak, um, he he was trying to give Porsha more so the security factor. The security factor that most men who are masculine like to give their women, right? So for him, this was an opportunity not only not only to see her as somewhat I know as a come up, guys, but also as a way to end his cycle of stupidity. So for him, it was okay. This is gonna work out perfect. I'm able to social climb with you, and you know, I'm able to get into that masculine frame that you enjoy or that you desire. Let's pull another card, guys. The funeral. Excuse me, guys. Oh, I got a little bit of cough. Excuse me. It's very weird that I'm coughing. Um, hey guys, you know what? I don't even want to say this, but when I start to cough oddly, and the way I'm coughing, and a funeral card comes up, I'm wondering if somebody was sacrificed. Um, that's crazy. And I'm gonna give you guys a close up on that picture. If you can see that picture, I hopefully I can get it in frame. Um, you can see a woman like kind of what is that over? I don't know what that is. I would say like a church bench, right? And do you guys notice that her hand is over her mouth? And I just finished giving you guys that episode of a cough. I don't know what spirit is trying to communicate here. Um, but it's very odd that I'm coughing and I just pulled a funeral card with a cough. Um, guys, I don't know what that means. I just came to do a reading on relationship. But, the divine masculine card is here, right? So it is giving the energy of some spiritual work being done. And then I get a funeral card and I'm coughing, very similar to this woman in the photo with her hand over her mouth. As you guys can tell, I am completely fine right now, but I just had a cough attack. um, I don't even want to tell you guys what I feel that means. Like I am doing a reading, right? So guys, what I'm gonna say, it's giving the energy of somebody, someone might have been sacrificed. And how they went, I don't know if it was by fire, suffocation, but it was definitely something that took their breath away. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all, let me flip another card. This is getting a little rejected. Let me pull another card, guys, for clarity, because this reading has taken a whole new turn. Spirit clearly wants to communicate something to me. This is little. Let me pull that over, guys. I might have to pull a couple cards, guys, because this cough and this funeral card is really throwing me off. Um, okay. Let me see here what Spirit is trying to communicate. Okay. Now, I feel like these cards are going together. Um, it's giving Porsha. But this threw me off right here because it feels like Spirit is trying to tell me some kind of spiritual work was done after they were married. And I know that they were taking these odd trips to Nigeria. And as y'all know, a lot of dark stuff happens. It can happen in Nigeria. It can happen anywhere, but it can very much so happen there much easier. And I'm getting divine masculine, and I'm also getting funeral, and I started coughing. That is some scary stuff, guys. Now, this I believe is spirit going back and letting me know this is back on relationship stuff. um, gosh, rejected. It seems like Porsha, maybe after some time from that trip from Nigeria, whatever the heck they went down there to do. Because I don't know if you guys remember this, but Porsha had taken a trip. I believe, like, was it for her wedding or after the wedding? But she had taken a trip with him to Nigeria. It looked like some kind of divination work or some kind of dark magic or something um took place there, right? Um and it seems to me like he was promising Portia a bit of like wealth, and she found that to be what it was that she was looking for. Because as we know, this card came up right after the no strings attached. So they both were in it based on money. So whatever took place after this wedding, she was all for it, right? He provided her this divine masculine which is what she was looking for. And like, as you guys can see, it looks like the man here has his eyes closed. That can kind of sometimes symbolize like spiritual work. And this funeral, somebody was taken out, y'all. That's all I can say. Somebody was taken out. Um, it seems like after that situation happened, Porsha like pulled herself away from him. It seems like there was some kind of separation, right, between them. So even though they portrayed like they were a good couple online and they were together, there was other stuff going on in the background, right? And what was going on that caused that her to reject him and separate from him was him talking to women. She obviously found secret accounts and different things of that nature. Sorry guys, I know I'm like just choked up here, but I wasn't expecting to get that read from spirit like that. It shocks me sometimes when I read this type of stuff. Family. It seems to me that Porsha was able to overlook these secret accounts, and she thought about not separating because, which makes sense to me because I don't know if you guys remember this, but Porsha was trying to give the illusion to us for a little while that he was this great stepdaddy of the year kind of thing. Um, and as you can see, it's him, her, and with child, which is what she was doing, right? I believe Porsha also has a daughter, and he was just doing a lot around that time to seem like he was good, like he was the father of the year. All right, guys, let me pull another card. So what I'm getting is, even though Porsha knew he had a bit of cheating going on, she was able to overlook it because she was long term thinking about how he treated her child, so to speak. And basically, the pros outweighed the cons for her at that time. Oh, but she felt like a jackass. She felt like a jackass. Even though she accepted him because the pros outweighed the con, there was something he did that made her feel stupid about her decision once again to accept him. Let's pull another card, guys. More secrets. More secrets, right? And this could be what it is that she's going through right now, right? Because she was able to overlook the cheating, right? That's the energy I'm picking up. She was able to overlook the cheating because she was like, you know what? You done cheated on me, but I'm okay. And I'm okay because you're a good father and you're over here providing for us. But, now I feel like a jackass because these secrets that are coming out about you, I didn't know they existed. She's heartbroken, y'all. Y'all see that? Heartbroken. Let me pull another card. Was that what can y'all read that? Probably not. Let me read it to you guys, okay? It says divorce, property, criminal paternity, child support, traffic ticket. So legal matters is popping up, okay? So Portia's in for a divorce at some point with him. This is not gonna last, guys. Oh my god. This is a lot. Spirit, why thank you, but wow. Okay. Feelings. Simon is going to try to, like all men, get his way back into Portia's heart with the romance, with the promising of security. And that's probably gonna involve more lies. You know what I mean? Um, but we know, right? Men who naturally lie, like he does allegedly, tend to scam their way through things. So him knowing that Porsha has a very big, big desire to, have this perfect family, have this stability, live this life of wealth. He's definitely going to try to play on this as she is going through this divorce, hoping to win her back. A thug. Y'all, I think that represents exactly what he is going to be, right? So even though he is going to try to do this, which is to get back on her good side, try to let her know, like, baby, we shouldn't get a divorce. We should stick together. Believe me, I can continue to grow the wealth and I can put you on those jets and I can get them Birkin bags the way you want me to. Inevitably, well, not inevitably, but he's just going to pan out to be the man he's always been, which is scamming, thug, ain't no good. um, well, that's my reading on this, guys. I feel like that's where spirit needs me to stop. Um, but guys, I wasn't expecting to pull the divine masculine along with the funeral card and start coughing. I'm a little still shocked that this is coming up in this read. But you know, spirit has a way of communicating with me where sometimes I'm not ready. I'm not ready, y'all. I was not ready for that. Like, you know, I pulled out these cards. Go ahead and just do a reading on, you know, all this drama. And spirit just wants to let me know, oh, sacrifices were made and somebody is no longer with us. So we're back, guys, after that reading. So for all those who was able to get through it and survive the I'll say this. Is pretty much a part of my speech pattern, but it's a lot more excessive when I'm tired because my brain, like I said in the beginning, it's definitely on frozen when that occurs. But I know you guys discovered exactly what I discovered, which was the dark arts. Now, I know Porsha's husband is of Nigerian descent. And I know a lot of people from Nigeria are very well aware of what takes place and what some people in Nigeria do. I got a couple of girlfriends who are of Nigerian descent, so they're not shocked or appalled or any of those things when someone says, oh, in Nigeria, dark magic is practiced because they're aware of it. Even some Nigerians stay away from other Nigerians that they know practice the dark arts. But what that reading showed me when it came to Porsha and Simone Guobadia is that there was no limits to how far they were willing to go to achieve the wealth and success that they wanted. When I did that reading, guys, that cough took over me. I've done a lot of different readings, but it was as if when I was doing that reading, spirit was like, you're going to fall asleep through this because you're snoozing through this as you're reading. But I want to convey this message to you because I don't know if you guys noticed, but when I started to do that reading, I got the dark arts energy, but I don't know where I would have went with it if the cough didn't occur. So it was almost like spirit had given me the nudge. It was like that wake up call, like, hello, hey girl, yeah, yeah, the dark arts, somebody's out of this world, somebody innocent. I almost hesitated on sharing that with you guys because I know a lot of people, when they come through for the readings, they strictly want to hear about relationship stuff. And really, guys, I was trying to give you that. But spirit insisted on letting me know that it was necessary to tell you guys that this had occurred. And the energy I had picked up at that moment was that spirit was actually very upset, and that the person who was affected by this was somewhat like an innocent victim, someone who was undeserving. It was almost as if the person wasn't actually like a good person in general. So I know Spirit got back on the reading and we continue to talk about relationship stuff, but that kind of put me, I wouldn't say in a level of shock, but I was shocked because I was using this particular deck. And when I use this particular deck, I don't usually get readings that come up with any type of sacrificial type stuff, because this deck is mainly, I would say, catered to more so of readings such as, soulmate readings, karmic ties, just anything to do with love. So when Spirit took that time out to communicate that to me in that reading, I could say, guys, I was taken back. Now, I can't say I'm shocked or I'm surprised because sacrifices are definitely made in Hollywood on a regular basis. It's made in the political world. It's done over and over and over again. Now, I know a little bit about that because I do have a background in spell casting. So, what I can say, guys, is there's a lot of people who are willing to pay a large amount of money to do spell castings and to do these types of works. And I have nothing against people doing spells, of course, because, I am a spellcaster. How can I say I'm against it? So there's nothing wrong, in my opinion, if somebody wants to do spell work in terms of trying to grow the wealth that they have or trying to, get that house down the street that they've always wanted. Those are normal things that the everyday person desires, or someone wants to get that, that 6-figure job. But in other countries outside of where we are, which is North America, for some of you guys, people in other countries tend to use, let's just say, animals to get the job done, right? But when you get to a level of where Porsha and Simon wants to be, it's not going to take a rooster, guys. It's not going to take a lamb, a pig, a goat. It's not going to take any of those things. It's going to take some human sacrifices. So, unfortunately, it's sad to say this, but, I can't say I'm disappointed that, Porsha and Simon would take it that far. After all, we all have a idea of Porsha and what she was willing to do just to get with Simon. So I'm obviously not surprised about what the pair was willing to do to bring in wealth. Obviously, whoever or whatever did such a deed for them, it clearly didn't work, right? And the reason why it may have not worked is because I'll tell you guys this. When you become an ugly person and you do ugly deeds to very good people, you reap your karma. And this is why I believe this entire thing is basically falling apart right before our eyes. Word on the street is Simon's heading for deportation. Clearly, Porsha married this man for, what was it, like 15 months? And let's just say she might be leaving with 1 or 2 Birkin bags, but nothing of value. But that's what happens when you decide to do things the dirty way, the wrong way. So I wanted to keep that reading there, guys, and put that up for you because I know that there was something in that reading that people would still want to hear about, and I thought about it. I kind of went back and forth on whether I should even do it because my channel is fairly new and I don't know how a lot of people would react to such a reading. But I feel I want to be genuine and I don't want to be fake. So I said, who's going to like it's going to like it, and who's not going to like it is just not going to like it. But of course, Spirit wanted this to be conveyed, and I'm going to continue to do these readings for you guys, and whatever comes out of it, comes out of it. So thank you guys, anyways, for sitting through that reading. And I will be back to do a couple other readings. I will be doing the Jay-Z reading like I promised you guys. But honestly, I have to wait until I got enough energy to read that damn Warlock. Okay. But, anyways, guys, thank you. Share, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys think about what we discovered in that reading. Do you think that this is something that happens a lot in Hollywood? Do you think it's something that happens amongst the wealthy? Give me your perspective. Is this the first time you're ever hearing about something like this happening? Let me know what you guys think, right? And once again, guys, thank you for bearing with me with all the ums. And to all the new subscribers, welcome. And I'll be back, guys. All right. Thanks. Bye bye.